17.4 yards to the bait. May 9th, 2016, and I'm at Grandview Outfitters in the Duck Mountains of Manitoba, and I have been looking forward to getting back here for an entire year. If you've watched my videos and DVDs, you know that I'm trying to complete the Grand Slam of color-phased bears, and was very close last year to shooting a blonde to complete that, but saw him twice, didn't get a chance to shoot either time. It's earlier than I was last year, so there's not that much cover. The underbrush has no leaves on it. The trees are starting to leaf out, but I can see a long distance here. And you know, there was a blonde bear that was seen on this bait last year, and it wasn't shot that we know of, so if it's still alive, maybe I'll see it. I saw an absolute giant pumpkin-headed bear on this bait last year, and that's not the bear I'm after, though, so I'm going to take a pass on it. If I don't see a blonde within the first 3-4 days out of my 5 or 6 day hunt, then I got decisions to make. But I'm here for a blonde bear and a blonde bear only at this point. So this is a really unusual situation that I really never dreamed I'd be sitting on this bait tonight. As I'd explained last night, I was planning to go back to the bait where I saw the blonde last spring, and I came out after seeing the 3 cinnamon bears last night. We came out to the road, and Butch was in this stand, and he said, "Oh, I saw a blonde bear." And he didn't shoot it because he's looking for a really big bear. He said this bear's about 180, and it's blonde, but it's got dark feet. And so we went and checked the camera at the bait where I saw the blonde last year, and there was 400 pictures in the last 6 days. Dozens and dozens of bears in there, just tons of bears. 2 of them are really nice chocolate bears. So Butch went there, and I'm in his stand from last night in hopes of getting that blonde. So who knows? But anyway, here we go. At this moment, I don't really know what to think. I think the bear that Butch saw last night just came in, and I got a little footage of it, as you can see here, and from some angles it kind of looks blonde, but to me it's a cinnamon. It's got a pretty red head, and its legs are red, and it's pretty light on the back, but I just don't see that thing being a blonde, and its butt is rubbed pretty bad too. So I don't know if that's the bear that he saw and considered a blonde or not. If it is, that's really very disappointing. Well, here we are on the bait that I sat on Tuesday night. On Monday night, Butch was in here, and he saw a bear that he described as blonde, and he said it had dark feet. And so I came in here on Tuesday night, and I had a bear come in that was light on the back and had dark legs, but it really couldn't be considered a blonde. I considered it a cinnamon. It was very light cinnamon with reddish head and feet. And so I was just crushed. I thought, shoot, here goes my last opportunity. It's the only blonde hint that we have had of a blonde on any of these baits this year. And so I was really crushed. And then the next morning I showed Butch the video, and he's like, no. He was adamant that the one he saw was much lighter than that. It was definitely blonde, and that's not the bear. So my optimism surged again. Now, last night it was in the 40s, and it rained hard for 4 hours, and we couldn't come back to this side of the mountain. So I was in a different stand, and eventually Tom just came with a 4-wheeler and got everybody out of the stand because he was concerned for our safety. And when it's in the 40s and just rains hard like that, even with good rain gear, you just can't stay dry. And he was there, you know, hypothermia is a serious concern. So he just got us all out of stand about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we just bagged the night. So tonight I'm back in here where this blonde was seen on Monday. Well, I can't believe it. It's over 50 degrees for the first time in 5 days of hunting. And tonight I am back where it all began, last year at this time where the big blonde bear came in. I've started calling him the golden bear because he's about as elusive as gold. And since this is my last night, it's the 6th day. We did get rained out one day, stormed out, and I've seen 17 bears, so in 4 days of hunting. And that might seem like a lot for some areas, but that's about half of what I normally see here in the Duck Mountains. But the weather's been really bad for hunting. And this spot is a long shot, I guess is the only way I can put it, for seeing the yellow bear. That's the bear that I saw here last year, and had 2 encounters with them here. But I figured I might as well end my hunt here, and just in case there's an odd chance that he would come back. And if he doesn't come back in the first few hours and a really nice bear shows up, I'm going to go ahead and fill my tag. Well, that was a pretty incredible encounter. That big brown bear came and he kind of circled around and sat down right up there and just kind of watched this area. And when a black one came in, a smaller black one came to the bait, then he followed it in, and he was coming in here and he was right at 15 yards. I needed him to take about 3 more steps to clear that brush right there, and I would have had a shot. Man, he is a toad. Well, then he turned and went back this way, and I was following him with the camera, and I had the bow ready, and when he got to this opening right here, the doggone black one is a 200-pound black bear that was at the bait. He saw me move the camera, so he was walking right over and pinned. He was 10 feet from the base of my ladder, had me pinned down so I couldn't draw my bow. Then the bear, the big brown one, just put those 2 spruce trees between us and walked straight away with those spruce trees between us. And then he went up there about 75 yards, sat down, and just watched me for about 15 minutes. And then the black bear went up there, and they both left together. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock. There's just a few minutes of legal shooting light left, and it looks like I'm going home without a bear. I take that back. Shoot. He saw me turn towards the camera and start talking. That's just par for the course for this hunt. Unbelievable.